So this video is going to be a little bit more of a serious one. It's not going to be, edited, clipped up, and there's not going to be many, videos added to it. I'm not even going to really edit the video at all. I'm going to leave it as it is. If I make mistakes, and so be it. I wanted to go ahead and address the Tyrie Nichols situation. I wanted to just go ahead and just talk a little bit about the situation and talk about the backlash of it, the things that have come from it, and what people have said, and just maybe have a little bit of discussion with you guys, because I believe that it is a serious thing to discuss, but I also believe that people sometimes utilize these events to amplify their own perspectives and to amplify their own needs and wants. So if you don't know already, I don't know how you have avoided the news, and if you have, then congratulations to you. But Tyrie Nichols was a African American male who was pulled over during a traffic stop for speeding, running lights, and just overall dangerous, reckless behavior that honestly could have resulted in the lives of others being lost. So we understand and we can see why the police stopped him. Now, during the police stop, Tyrie Nichols was, berated and yelled at by the police officers who stopped him. There were about 5 of them. And as they approached his vehicle, they were very, very belligerent, very angry, aggressive, yelling for him to get out of the car, yelling for him to not, try to resist. And then that's where we sort of see the news portion of it take over. So as the cops approach Tyrie Nichols' vehicle, they instruct him to get out and instruct him to get onto the floor. And here's where things start to get kind of confusing. So as they ask Tyrie to get out of the car, they yell things like, get on the floor, get on your chest, lay down flat, put your hands behind your back. And there's a bunch of instructions yelled at him that are, in any situation when you have hostility and you have so many different voices yelling at you, it would be quite confusing. But I do understand where some people are coming from, where they say that during this specific incident, during this specific moment, we see instances of Tyrie not complying with the officers, and that then resulted in what happened afterwards. I do not think that what happened afterwards was warranted, nor do I think that it was justified by the police officers because of a lack of resistance. There were 6 foot, 250 pound, maybe not 6 foot, but big cops, man, big cops. It's not, 5 scrawny little guys that couldn't take down this one monster. Tyrie was actually not that big of a dude. I mean, he was tall, but he wasn't yoked, he wasn't jacked. He was by no means, physically capable of overpowering 5 men. And the fact that these guys were struggling a little bit resulted in them feeling maybe a little bit powerless, or maybe feeling like, they just needed to take out some anger that night. They did things like punching him, I'm talking haymakers. I'm not talking about little jabs. I'm talking full-blown haymakers. Punching him, kicking him in the face, pepper spraying him while he was down. And so while being pepper sprayed, you could see that Tyrie had no real idea of what to do. I'm not going to play the video. I'm not going to play clips of the video because it's genuinely horrifying to watch, and just hearing him scream out for his mom, and you could sort of hear that like I'm going to die feel in his voice as he was screaming. It wouldn't be right for me to show it to my audience, because I like to promote positivity. I like to promote critical thinking. I don't like to promote negativity. And even watching that video critically, it would spread negativity in some light. So let's just discuss it. So you could see that he had began to run out of options in his mind. He was already sort of scrambled, and after the pepper spraying, he was kind of trying to wipe his face, trying to get the pepper spray off of him. And so then he got up and he started to run. And I think this is where, the fatal mistake was made, because now they have a reason to try to blame what they did on Tyrie. So when he tried to run, when he tried to escape, the officers obviously did not allow that to happen. And after catching him and subduing him again, they continued to beat him, club him, kick him, and unfortunately, 3 days after the incident, Tyrie Nichols did pass away, and it took about a week, or maybe even more, I don't really remember fully, around that time, for them to release the police footage, for them to release the CCTV footage, and for them to also release the footage from a light that had a camera on it nearby. And when we look at all the angles, when we look at all the videos of this incident, it's very clear that the officers just did not need to do this. There were 5 of them. I think even 6 actually. And none of them exercise the due diligence to stop the others, or to try even to stop the others. In fact, from one of the videos, we saw an officer who was walking away from the incident after Tyrie was already subdued, sort of moving his camera away from everything so that it wasn't on film and that it wasn't captured. And, I'm not really the type to, go onto the blue pill side and say like, let's defund the police, or this is why police, I don't want to blame police officers for the mistakes of a few rotten apples. And I know that phrase itself gets some people riled up, but this is what another case of that. It might even be that entire department is rotten, but that doesn't exempt the thousands, hundreds of thousands even, of police officers that do their job and do it with a willful and prideful sense of justice, that do it for the greater good and for promoting the health and well-being of their community. So I don't want to deprive the police community of any of their accolades or any of their rightfully earned praise because of the actions of these officers or this department. However, I will say that there seems to be a trend amongst police officers where it's either they're really, really good or they're really, really bad. And I don't really know if there's a fix. It sort of lines up with just, humanity. There's the really, really good humans who, to the utmost of their ability, exercise good faith even when given power. And then there's those that once they have power, they use it to tarnish and destroy everyone beneath them. And such is the way of life. It just really, really sucks. Um, just condolences to Tyrie Nichols' mom, who probably has had to see this video of her son crying for help and, begging for her in his very last moments of life. And having to see that, watch that, uh, it fucking sucks. And doing this video and recording this and discussing this during Black History Month doesn't make anything any better. But then again, Black History Month isn't even whatever. I don't need to get into that discussion. I'm already kind of bogged down about this whole Tyrie thing. I just want to do this video because I did want to acknowledge it and maybe open up some discussion. I know I have some open-minded and very insightful people in my fan base. Those who watch like people like Tom McDonald, the Tom McDonald fans, the Star-Lord fans, those who are just around just to see me. I want to see what you guys really think about this. I know that this video might be one of my lowest performing videos because you're here for the music videos, reactions, and you're here for and the entertainment part of it. And I get it. But if anyone is willing to discuss this and have a greater talk around like police brutality, in the context that it exists in, not in some greater sense of we need to defund the police or America. I love America. For the most part, I love our police force. I love our men in blue. I love the men in the military who fight for us every day, for us to have our freedom. So America the great, America the brave, America the proud. We should focus on America, and we definitely have a lot of things to fix. And I do believe that police brutality is one of them, especially involving my community. But of course, there's police brutality all around. It's not a race-based thing. Um, it's more of a poverty-based thing. In our poorest communities, we get treated like shit by the cops, by the government, by our peers, and we need to do better to learn how to love each other. We need to do better to learn how to embrace each other in tough times and not turn on each other. I think that's something that's very, very prevalent in the poorest of communities. Is everyone's got this survival brain activated, and no one's really out to protect each other, to love each other, to harness that power that we have as communities to fight against any power. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Again, I'm not gonna edit this video at all. I'm just gonna post it. If you don't enjoy it, then it is what it is. Just do me the favor and leave a comment in the comment section down below about exactly what you feel about the situation, and it doesn't even have to be about me. Just let me know what you think about the Tyrie Nichols situation. Let me know if you think that it's overplayed or whatever you might think. Just let me know. I would love to have a discussion about it because just sitting here and thinking about it in my own head allows my thoughts to just continue to influence me, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. So go ahead and do that. And to the family, friends, loved ones, just anyone who knew Tyrie, anyone who had to sit there and watch this video and recognize who that was and recognize the voice and hear what you had to hear. My condolences. Um, I'm hoping that we get some sort of, retribution from this. The cops have been let off duty, and I don't know, man. I don't know. But dreamers, I'm gonna see you guys around. I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.